Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today. My name is Eric Lariviere. I'm the Executive Director of Center in the Square. Welcome to this event, Unveiling. Center in the Square presents 2025-26 season along with great news for support and partnerships driving our leading position as Kitchener-Waterloo region premier destination for live experiences and cultural hub. Now, without any further ado, let's get started by inviting to the podium someone who has championed Center in the Square mission in the past years and really having a great time to work with him. Our Chair of the Board of Directors, Dan Carley.
Thank you, Eric. First of all, I'd like to introduce some special guests this afternoon. I'd like to introduce Bardish Chagger, MP Waterloo, Bill Ioannidis, City Councillor, Kitchener, Paul Singh, City Councillor, Kitchener, Scott Davey, City Councillor, Kitchener, and Stephanie Stretch, City Councillor, Kitchener. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come to our opening. And good afternoon to everyone else, and welcome to the official launch of the Center in the Square 2025-26 season. We are thrilled to have you here, our valued sponsors and partners, whose support is essential to everything we do. The new season represents more than just a lineup of exceptional performances. It's a continuation of our commitment to making the Centre a space where all voices are heard, all communities are celebrated. We're building on the momentum of past seasons by deepening our engagement with local artists, expanding access to underrepresented audiences, and curating experiences that reflect the diversity of our region. We're also investing in building capacity, both on and off the stage, through new educational initiatives like school shows and summer camps, partnerships with grassroots organizations, and more inclusive programming. We're growing the Centre's impact as a cultural hub that belongs to everyone. Thanks to your support, this season will feature bold new works, community-driven events, and performances that challenge, inspire, and unite. Together, we are shaping a future where the arts are accessible, representative, and resilient. Thanks to Eric's team for their hard work. I've been on the board since 2020, and I've been chair of the board since 2022. We've had a lot of hard work and a lot of changes in the last 5 years, and I'm extremely excited to see these changes come to fruition. Lots of new things happening, lots of community engagement, and lots of diversity. I'm excited for the future, and I'm excited for what's going to happen. And thank you to all for being part of this journey. We can't wait to share the season ahead for you. Now I'd like to introduce Kitchener Councillor and CITS board member, Scott Davey. Scott has been a strong supporter of arts and culture in Kitchener and a champion of the Center in the Square. We are privileged to have Scott as a CITS board member. As a board member, we appreciate Scott's insight and municipal knowledge as we grow and diversify in this community. Scott?
Hi, everybody. So I'm Scott Davey. I'm here on behalf of Mayor Barry Verbenovich, who couldn't be here. There's a huge convention called FCM. It's the Federation of Canadian Municipalities that he's attending on the city's behalf. But I'm really happy to be here to represent him. I'm also representing fellow members of council, as were mentioned. Really appreciate also from the city, Justin Reedman I saw was here, as well as Jeremy Dewick, representing arts and culture. I was probably maybe 3 or 4 years old when members of the community and civic leaders decided they had a vision to build a premier arts and culture facility. Not going to tell you how old I am, but you'll figure it out, I guess. And since then, there's been a lot of ups and downs. The dream, when it was built, the dream was amazing, and it continued to be amazing for a number of years. But there were certainly some ups and downs, the issues with the symphony being a major one, which was a loss. And there was a significant financial challenge with Center in the Square about 10, 12 years ago, where the city had to step in and help. And that was actually when fellow members of the board, Bill Ioannidis and myself and Councillor Singh joined to help. And I've looked after the finances of the city for a long time. And I was always concerned that the path to sustainability sometimes in the arts and culture space means some compromise in the integrity of the arts and culture events that happen here. And I couldn't be more happy to say that hasn't been the case. And as you will hear, that continues to not be the case at all. Under Eric's direction in the board, I see nothing but a bright future in terms of the performances that are here and the sustainability. So I want to thank them. I also want to thank the staff that put on these events, that have in the past and continue to. The work never stops growing and growing. As you can see from even today, the commitment's quite amazing. And lastly, before I step down, I just wanted to say the last people we really have to thank in this is the supporters, the sponsors, the donators. Those are the ones that really help make it happen. The city can only fund so much. We really need the deep pockets of those that can really afford to help make this city and this space special. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Scott, and thanks again for all your support. I'd like now to introduce the Honourable Bardish Chagger, Member of Parliament for Waterloo, who has consistently championed arts and culture in our region. She is supportive of accessibility upgrades at the Centre and the Square, enhancing the experience of nearly 150,000 annual visitors. Bardish's ongoing advocacy underscores her commitment to fostering inclusivity and a vibrant cultural space in our community. I welcome Bardish for a few words.
Let's give Dan a round of applause. As was mentioned, my name is Bardish Chagger. I'm the Member of Parliament for the riding of Waterloo, and I will continue to champion the work that the Centre and the arts community does here in our community. Oftentimes we hear about that you need to go down the highway to find anything good, but the reality is that we've had it here to offer. And the people who are not listening to what we have to offer are not listening. So I think our job today is to help them here. It's to let them know that there's a new season coming. As someone who was born and raised in this community, I'll be honest, I didn't think the Centre and the Square was a place for me. It is a place that I came for graduation. It's a place that I came if I was part of a choir. Turns out I really can't sing, but my teachers let me be part of the choir. But today it's become a place where everyone belongs. And I think the last recent investment by the federal government, working with the provincial government to expand the seats and increase accessibility will make a difference. These seats are comfortable, and they need to be used by many more people. So I would say today, congratulations on the launch of the new season. I look forward to participating, and I hope everyone here plays a role in ensuring more people come and support the work that the Centre and the Square does, because it's instrumental. We are global citizens. I always say as much as the world needs more Canada, Canada needs more Waterloo, and that's because our best natural renewable resource is our people. And we have a tremendous people in this community, and they need to make sure that the arts are a part of everything that they do, because the arts do make everything stronger and better. So thank you for having me here today. And yes, I would bring greetings on behalf of my fellow MPs. I should be in Ottawa, but I'm not. I just have FOMO when I'm not in Waterloo Region. I want to be here, so I showed up a little bit earlier. It's the first week back to school, so I figure if there's any week to do it, it's this one. But I really did want to be here, and my fellow MPs, recently elected and returning, also bring greetings. So thank you for having me.
On behalf of the Centre and the Square, I would like to thank Minister of Tourism Stan Chow for the $125,000 in one-time funding to the Centre and the Square's Destination Festival through the Experience Ontario 2025 program, supporting local tourism and cultural events. The fundraising aims to boost regional economies and promote Ontario-made events and experiences. I would like to introduce Ida Didi from MPP Ashlyn Clancy's office to read a few remarks.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Chairman Carly. I'm Eda Dede, and on behalf of MPP for Kitchener Centre, Ashlyn Clancy, I'm pleased to inform you that the Government of Ontario will be supporting the efforts of the Centre and the Square with its Destination Point programmatic strategy. Oh, I'm so excited. The Honourable Stan Chow, the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Gaming, has announced that Centre and the Square will be receiving one-time funding of up to $125,000 through the Experience Ontario 2025 program. This is great news, as we believe in the capacity of Centre and the Square to grow its capacity to enhance Kitchener visitors' economy. As more and more Ontarians continue to opt for homegrown, made-in-Ontario tourism and cultural experiences in the face of uncertainty in the south of the border, Our government is proud to support festivals and events that both showcase our province's collective identity and boost local and regional economies. We are excited for the spectacular festivals and events that the Experience Ontario 2025 program will support and for the many opportunities that will create for locals and visitors alike. MPP Aisling Clancy congratulates the Centre in the Square team. She will continue to work with the Centre in supporting its efforts to build growth and cultural sustainability for Kitchener and the region. Thank you.
Thank you so much, MP Bardish. Chagger, thank you so much, and congratulations, you're back, with great support from the community. Same thing with Aislinn, who also had amazing support. So we love to work with all of you, and we have so much to do and to work for in the future years. Certainly appreciate that great engagement and support. So also thank you, Dan. Thank you, the City of Kitchener. The city is providing really a cornerstone funding support that is incredibly important to our sustainability. We really feel that people in this community care about what we do, and so do we care also with the team about this community. So this season is an invitation to enjoy people's favorites and also to explore maybe something new, to take a chance for the unexpected, and really feel every moment. We're honored to receive this new support from the Ministry of Tourism, Culture, and Gaming. The message that it sends us is, okay, you guys are on the right path. And I think this is gonna continue to grow as far as the investments we're gonna be looking for, the partnerships we'll be looking for, whether they're financial or in kind or with promoters. We're going to talk about that today as well. But this is very important. This is really give a big boost of motivation for the team here. So we're honored for that, of course, support from the Government of Ontario and evidently the sustained support of the city. Centre in the Square continues its journey as a destination for memorable live and cultural experiences. Our growth trajectory is only possible with more investments and partnerships. And I'm very happy to announce today as well that our longtime season sponsor, Effner Lexus Toyota, the Effner family, who's so generous in this community, have decided to not only increase their support, but lock it in for 3 years. Please join me in thanking our partners, sponsors, and Effner Lexus Toyota. This is incredibly meaningful to us because this is going to help us to keep strengthening and growing our position as a great live destination of choice for this region. All right, so let's talk about shows. So today we're going to be announcing about over 35 performances from the 25-26 season. The good news is that stay tuned because more is coming. But let's see what we got in store for now. All right, so this year's Centre in the Square Present season is thoughtfully curated into a range of exciting series that we're going to present to you today, and it highlights the diversity and depth of live performances. Whether you're drawn to international spectacles, iconic rock concerts, Broadway blockbusters, beloved Canadian artists, or family attraction. There's something for everyone seeking the best of live experiences. Explore our 5 signature series, each offering its own unforgettable lineup of shows and experiences. One thing I want to talk about before going on with the presentation is partnership, because we talk about the funders, the sponsors, which are critically important. What also I want to talk about is the partnerships such as what we have with Borealis today, that are an amazing partner for us, the Walper Hotel, the Waterloo Region Record, and many, many more hospitality partners and such. Also, what we've done, as you know, unfortunately, the orchestra left us in 2023, and believe me, they're working really, really hard in getting back in the community, and they've been very successful with their season in the community last year. And stay tuned for more. Who knows? Maybe the orchestra is going to be back here sooner than later. I'm not sure. Stay tuned. One thing we've done, however, one of the shows, the Muppet movie show, is with orchestra, and I believe that most of the orchestra, if not the entirety, will be with the Kitchener-Waterloo Symphony members. So we're very happy about that. So what we've done as well, we've reached out to new promoters. We've deepened our relationship with the current promoters we have and new partners. And I just want to talk about some of them that you will see in the program today. We've partnered with Glass Concert, Attila Glass, who's producing a lot of shows in Canada and in Toronto. We also been working with Corey Ross from Starvox Entertainment, Modo Live, led by Matt Bell and Zach Ebert, Icon Production, Mark Irwin, you're here today. Thank you for being with us. And also Innovation Arts and Entertainment. So we have 2 gentlemen that actually flew from Chicago yesterday to come and be with us today to announce their season. So we have Joe Cosson and Zach Riley, where you guys are right there. Thank you for being here today. They're our partners for the show Stomp. So this is all matter because in this environment, I can guarantee you that to be sustainable, the way the business works today, the structure of cost, and so on and so forth, that kind of partnership really is, I think, the path to our sustainability and our great business model and artistic model for Center and the Square. Let's talk about Broadway and Beyond, the next series. I'd like now to invite Joe Cosson from Innovation, Arts, and Entertainment to join me on stage. Well, thank you for flying all the way from Chicago to meet with us today. Really appreciate that, and certainly appreciate the partnership that we're establishing with IIE. Talk to us a little bit about some of the partnerships that you have developed, your company has developed for many, many years with other venues in Canada and abroad.
First off, thank you so much, Eric, for having us here today. It's a short trip from Chicago, but it's important that we're here to kind of understand exactly where Center in the Square has been and where you all want to go. And the pathway forward seems to be very exciting with a lot of the things that both you and the rest of the staff here have been doing, but also with the city. So it's great to see this type of support. Innovation Arts, we're based in Chicago. We've been around, this is our 25th year, and we kind of specialize in touring Broadway and theatrical productions. In 2024, we did over 500 engagements in 140 different cities, and about a quarter of those are in Canada. We've been working in London, Ontario at Canada Life Place with a Broadway series since the building opened as the John Labatt Center back in 2004. And we've also done quite a few shows with in Hamilton and in other provinces as well as Canada. And really Broadway is an engine of any performing arts center that really does enable, it brings a lot of people in. It's a mass audience. And one of the sayings that I love when it comes to performing arts centers is that a rising tide raises all boats. And really, like the more people that we can bring into these seats and the more diversity of programming and having kind of Broadway as that locomotive of that train is something that we've been fortunate enough to do as a company, as Innovation Arts, all across North America. And I just wanted to thank you for this opportunity to begin this partnership. And I'm excited for growing it into the future because I think there's certainly a big appetite for the Broadway blockbuster. I know back in, before your time here, Wicked played in the 2000s, and Phantom of the Opera and Les Miserables, and those titles are still out here, and they can only play Toronto so often. So let's work on getting them here in Kitchener.
Awesome. Love what I hear. Joe, well, thank you so much for coming over again. And I know today we're going to sit down to not only talk about Stomp and also already have a chats about 26, 27. So thanks again, and looking forward to work with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Thanks. All right. Thank you, Joe. Looking forward to work with you guys. So why don't we now go to something with artists from all over the place.
Welcome, my son. Welcome to the machine.
Tapumasangena wamanyamazwe
Amanyamazwe.
Lapho kungasikho abantu mamas Daniel inkululeko
Latir así, henchido de emoción.
All right, this series, as you can see, will feature artists from Japan to Greece to China to Africa and more. Keep your Center in the Square passport nearby, because your travel journey will continue throughout the season with new destinations. One of the highlights of this year's international series is going to be many debuts of those fantastic companies. And also, we're very excited about welcoming to the Center in the Square for the very first time Canadian creator extraordinaire Robert Lepage. Absolutely. So rock and roll is certainly one of the most popular genres hitting our main stage, right? We're a hockey town, rock and roll town, and more for sure. But we know that people like their rock. Innova continues to sustain its generous support as a presenting sponsor of the ever-popular Classic Rock series. And I think we have Kelly with us today. Where are you, Kelly? Oh, here you go. You're far away. Yeah, so I'd like to actually invite Kelly McMath to come and say a few words. She's the communication supervisor at Innova. Yeah, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Thank you so much for having me. Innova is a proud sponsor of the Classic Rock series. We serve 164,000 customers in Waterloo Region in the City of Kitchener, City of Waterloo, and the townships of Wilmot, Willits, and Wellesley. It's no surprise that Waterloo Region is home to a world-class arts and entertainment center in Waterloo Region, attracting top talent because that's what we do. We attract top talent from across all sectors, from tech to innovation to business, and of course, energy and electricity. We recognize that arts and entertainment play a critical role in powering thriving communities because arts and entertainment drive creativity. It creates opportunity and innovation that are essential to driving energy and sustainability across our communities and beyond. So we are very proud to continue this sponsorship and excited to see what we can expect in the year to come. So thank you again, great work, and we're looking very forward to seeing this. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see what it's going to look like.
This is what it sounds like when the dust rises. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing.
Great series next year again. Thanks to Innova again, another major sponsor for Center in the Square. One thing that's been very popular for our Classic Album Live series is the pre-show talks. And this is something that we will be actually expanding for the whole series this year with the 5 shows. And these pre-show talks have been actually hosted by media celebrity Gail O'Brien. So good news, Gail is with us today. And Gail, why don't you come and join me to chat a little bit about those pre-show talks and what's going on in the lobby during those talks.
I was the one screaming for the Prince Classic Album show because every time they come here, I say, when are you bringing Prince to Kitchener? And that's fantastic that they're coming.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about how does that work and what's happening in the lobby during those pre-show talks. I know they're really always well attended.
They are.
And they're right where people come in. So tell us a little bit about that.
I'm really proud of that because for I think 8 to 10 years, we've been doing these pre-show chats for Classic Albums Live. So what happens is the atrium space that you see when you walk in, we ask people to come just after doors open and join us in that space. In the very early days, I used to stand where the tickets are and literally escort people over so that we would have people there. The funny part about it is our performers have gotten used to it too. In the very beginning, they used to scatter when I went backstage because it's very casual. We just talk to whoever is available at the time. It's before a show. They're busy. They're they're getting ready. And we've built up a great deal of rapport and trust with them so that we have regulars that like to come out and speak. We also have some interaction with fans who are here who get to ask them questions. When they're performing things like Zeppelin or Pink Floyd, it's the closest sometimes you will ever get to that music. And classic albums are performed note for note, cut for cut. So they are exactly as you are used to hearing them. And I'm very proud to be a part of that pre-show chat with them.
Well, thank you so much, and we really appreciate you taking the time to come here during those shows and do those pre-show talks. So thank you again. We're looking forward to expanding next season.
Thank you, and
Thank you, Gail.
congratulations, Prince is coming!
Center in the Square is always proud to support the presentation of established Canadian artists and also support new talent. Here are some of the highlights of what's coming up, including Center in the Square debut of, believe it or not, Gawain.
God bless the miners, everyone, miner and the miner's son. God bless the miner's son.
All right, so what I'd like to do now is growing require capacity, require a great team, and we probably have the largest programming team we've ever had here. And I'd like to introduce them to you today, and we're going to chat a little bit on stage about the various programs we have at Center in the Square next year. So I'd like to introduce first week 3 or 4, Miles, number 5. Okay, Miles of 4. Miles Rusak, Senior Manager of Programming, who just came to us from the Feldman Agency. I also would like to invite Rochelle Garcia. Rochelle's been with us for many years. Yeah, and she's our rental and community engagement manager. Another newbie is Cadence Bishop. She's our director of our performing art camps. And last but not least, one other great artistic partner that we have established a great partnership with is Lisa O'Connell, who is actually the artistic director of Pat the Dog Theater Creation. You want your notes? No. You're good? All right. Okay, Miles, we're going to start with you. Talk to us about a little bit what you're excited about each of the genres that we have this year.
Everything. I want to start out by saying, as Eric pointed out, I'm on week 4 at Center in the Square, and we did kind of a small event last night for some of our members, and we got to talk similarly about what we're talking about today. And I have to say, I think we have some tremendous acts coming, and it's that watch this space that I'm so excited about as well, because unfortunately we're bound by some tour rules. So all I'm allowed to say is we have some really big tours that are going to be running through, but we can't announce them until the artist does. So do watch this space. As far as the ones that you've seen today, I have to say, selfishly, I'm excited. For the last 20 years, around Halloween, I have gone to my dad's house and we have watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show together. About 15 years ago, I had the pleasure of playing Brad Majors in an off-Broadway production of Rocky Horror. And I'm very, very excited to fanboy out when Patricia Quinn comes, who's the original Magenta. The other cool thing about that show is everybody's going to get a loot bag, so that it is like audience participation, like dress up as a time warper, do the time warp with everybody, throw rice at Brad and Janet. Like it's going to be a great time. Gowan, I have been a tremendous fan of Gowan for many, many, many years. He's, I had the pleasure of interviewing him during the pandemic when we were all trapped inside and my wee little podcast was starting to grow. He has the most interesting stories and he is one of the most humble human beings you will ever meet. He dropped in the middle of talking to me. He goes, you know, my first album didn't get a lot of traction, but my second one did. And well, so Ringo had said, if we put this track as our EP, and I went, sorry, what? Like, there's only one Ringo, right? So I'm like, Ringo Starr? And he goes, oh, yeah, I recorded the album at Ringo's house. Well, Gowan, there's a story here. Like, and he just effortlessly tells these stories, and he's so humble about his beginnings, but he is an amazing performer. He is currently on a sold-out tour. He has sold out Massey Hall. He has sold out Hamilton. He's sold out pretty much across Canada. So we're very excited to welcome him here. From our own marketing, the one that really won me over is Drum Tao. I didn't know what it was. That was programmed before I came here, and I had just sort of read the description and went, okay, that sounds cool. And then I saw these videos, and you know, there's just drum smashing everywhere, and the guy's juggling the thing, and it seems energetic, it's intense. If you go on YouTube, there are actually some amazing, amazing videos about that performance. I'm bringing my kids. They're gonna love. Probably, I'm going to hate that part because they're going to go home and just bang on everything for days, and I'll have to put up with that. But yeah, you know what? We have a very, very exciting season. There is a little bit of something for everything. But, you know, we talk about these big names, we talk about these big tours, but I think it's important that we not forget who is right here in our own backyard. And you will see a new initiative that Eric and I have been kicking around. You'll see a call to action soon where we are going to try as much as possible with our musical acts to make sure that our opening acts are locals found right here in Kitchener-Waterloo. Because these are people that, you know, they are out there, they're working the bars, they're working the pubs, they're doing everything that they can to be out there in the community. And, you know, both Eric and I have talked about how we feel as though we have a responsibility to help propel those artists in our own community. So you're going to see that call to action. We're going to build this database of our local performers, and wherever we are allowed, so some tours do come in with their own opening acts, but wherever we're allowed, you're going to see us program local artists to be taking the stage in front of these big names and give them that opportunity so that, you know, 10, 15 years from now, you're going to come back and you're going to see that artist as the headliner. Yeah, absolutely. What else? I feel like I've worked here for years, and I mean that in a good way. I had more hair when I started, and I was less gray in the beard, but it has been an amazing time. There's an amazing, I was going to say cast. I guess that kind of, it's applicable. It's a performing arts center. There is an amazing group of people that work here that are doing everything to see, you know, one of the most successful seasons ahead. So please do keep watching this space. There are some amazing things to come. I know it's such a terrible thing when someone is like, I know something you don't know, but I do. And I would love to tell you all so much what is coming up because there's some things that I personally, as a music fan, am very excited about, but we can't say it yet. So follow us on all those socials, keep an eye on our websites, check those emails. It's going to be a great year. That's it for me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Miles. So great to have you on board. Now I'd like to move to Rochelle. Rochelle is going to talk to us about our great program for schools.
Wonderful, thank you. So I'm really excited to say that we're expanding our programming this year. We started off in the 23-24 season with 3 shows. In this upcoming season, we're doing 5 shows. I think, like, you know, with the arts programming being clawed back in our school system, it's more important now than ever for us to provide accessible and diverse arts experiences for our youth. And when I got started with this program, one of my goals was to not let cost be a barrier to any children. So we only charge $5 a ticket. I'm hoping that we can get to the place one day where we don't have to charge anything. To that, I look at Jonathan wherever he is. Get me a sponsor. So yes, 5 shows. We start off in November with Will and Sika, which is 2 nationally renowned artists and educators. So it's a really fun bilingual concert for the younger grades. In February, we have Sean Booth and the Unauthorized Biography Series. So this is Sean's second time coming. He was here with us in our first season. The crowd loved him. He describes Kitchener as the loudest audience he's ever had.
It's a very cool show.
And and our audience does get very loud. Yeah. It goes like above the legal limit of decibels when the kids scream. I love it. So his show is like part TED Talk and part rap concert. So he uses the stories of notable figures from past and present to teach the kids how to live their legacy and be the best version of themselves. So it's a really great show. Also in February, we have Dr. Kaboom Under Pressure. So this is a combination of interactive science show, comedy, and personal empowerment show. So he uses the concept, or uses physical science concept of pressure as a metaphor to talk about the social pressures that youth face, and uses his own life lessons to talk to the kids about how to deal with those pressures. So I'm really looking forward to that one. In April, we have a show that I have wanted to program since we started the school programs back, but they weren't touring in Ontario. So I'm really happy that finally we get them. It's Lightwire Theatre Dino Light. So this is a glow-in-the-dark show for the younger grades. And it's about a friendly dinosaur that goes on an adventure and finds the story of true love. But it's a really, really cute and fun show. So I'm excited for that one. And then we end off the season with Step Africa, which is a group that specializes in the art form of stepping, which was created by a group of African-American sororities and fraternities. And they combine the art of stepping with the traditional African dance, and they use their feet, hands, and mouth as percussional instruments. So really exciting stuff to come.
Awesome. So this is our education program for schools. Congratulations, Rochelle, doing an amazing job. So with the same theme of education and giving great experiences to the kids, Cadence, talk to us a little bit about what's going on in resuming those camps this year, where we're going to have kids from 4-year-old all the way to 12, on this stage and having a good time.
Yeah, so my name is Cadence. I've been a drama instructor in the Greater Toronto area for the past 10 years, so I'm very excited to bring my experience to Centre in the Square this summer. So we're going to be having 3 different performing arts camps: Kinder, Junior Stars, and Centre Stage. So I'll just quickly go through each one of those camps and explain a little bit about what's going to happen. So with Kinder, it's ages 4 to 5, and they're going to be weekly sessions. So each week, at the end of the week on Friday, they're going to do a little show for their parents. It'll be a musical theater production of a storybook, like Three Little Pigs or The Velveteen Rabbit or Hansel and Gretel, stuff like that. They're going to get to do that performance on Friday evening, and then they will have a craft gallery afterwards of all the crafts they've been making all week. So their parents will get to see their crafts, their performance. Throughout the week, Kinder will be doing singing, dancing, and acting activities with seasoned professionals, and those professionals have lots of experience teaching for kids. They'll also be getting to play typical camp games. They'll have quiet time. We'll do water day. We have a lot of really fun stuff planned for Kinder in that 1-week session, so I'm really looking forward to that. Next up, we have Junior Stars and Centre Stage. So those 2 camps work together. They're going to be in this, I forgot to mention, Kinder will be in the studio theater. Junior Stars and Centre Stage are going to be in here, and they'll be doing performances of Broadway junior shows. So this year we are doing Aladdin and Seussical. So those camps run on 2-week sessions, and the second Thursday of the session, they'll be doing a big performance in here for friends and family. Similar to Kinder, throughout the 2 weeks, they'll be learning acting, singing, and dancing. They'll also be doing lots of camp games, crafts, set design activities. I can't even remember all of it. There's so much. We have so many fun things planned. We have special activities like leader challenges, a Dragon's Den activity. Leaders are going to be doing Masked Singer, so they'll come up on here and they'll have their faces covered and the kids are going to guess who's singing what. So many fun things. I'm excited for them. But yep, on the second Thursday of every 2-week session, there will be a nice big performance in here in the evening for friends and family. So we're really just excited for the kids to take away, apart from friendships and performing arts skills, some life skills, as performing arts is a great way for kids to develop confidence, initiative, teamwork skills. Those are the big things we want the kids to build this summer. And we just want them to have a great time, make some new friends and some new memories in Center in the Square.
Thank you. Awesome. I want to be 8 again and come to this camp. That sounds so much fun. Now, Lisa Okano. Lisa is the artistic director and managing director, and you do it all. Artistic director?
Bathrooms, you name it, we look after it all.
So with the great company called Pat the Dog, and they do great theater creation, contemporary work, which is really great to have that kind of work, to have a footprint in our space. And there's no better space to actually accomplish that with our studio theater, which we kind of reactivated this year. So number one, thank you so much for working with us,
Pleasure.
Lisa, to present your whole season at Center in the Square. And I know we have other great projects together that we cannot announce today.
We have a few things we can't announce yet either.
But we're going to announce what we can. And take it away, Lisa.
Thank you. Well, I'm here to talk about your studio theater, which I think is probably the best kept secret in Kitchener-Waterloo. I've lived here for 34 years, and until very recently, when I met Eric, have I had the ability as a creator to work in the studio theater. It's the other theater in this building. It's a 200-seat, beautiful, what we call a black box theater. And my work as a catalyst is to work with performing artists, theater artists, musicians, and to help them create their new work and present it on stage. Now more than ever before, we want to support our Canadian artists and bring local stories to local stages in this community as well. So this is our first year that our season is being sponsored in partnership with Center in the Square. Last year, we snuck in and ran our FemFolk Fest Festival here in March, and we played 7 shows to full houses, and it was extraordinary. We had what we call the lingering problem. People enjoyed the show so much that they stayed afterwards, and then the staff had to stay a little bit longer. But it was a really good problem to have. I did make notes because we have so much to talk about, but I want to highlight 3 special things that we're doing here because they're very special. And our thanks to Canadian Heritage Canada Council and the Ontario Arts Council. Without their support and the support of our federal and provincial and local governments, we wouldn't be able to present this work. We will be creating, in rehearsal for 4 weeks, and premiering a world premiere of a new Canadian play called Calling the Rock Home. And back in the 60s, we had economic migration that came predominantly from the East Coast, people that left the East Coast because there was no more fisheries, there was no more jobs. They moved to Cambridge to work in manufacturing, or they moved to Northern Ontario to work on the mines. And one of the playwrights is the daughter of a miner that wrote this beautiful story. We will be premiering it here for only 4 shows in the studio theater on October 15th before it begins a tour in Northern Ontario and then tours to Newfoundland. So this is an example of a brand new play being built in our community that's going to tour our country, and we're going to see it first here in the community. We're super thrilled. We've been working 4 years on this project. The other piece that we're doing that I am really excited about is we will be for the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, which is annually every year on December 3rd, we will be presenting Disability Unleashed, which is an opportunity in a studio theater for us to present a truly inclusive show for artists in our community that are not disabled, but present potentially as disabled on that stage. It's accessible, it's inclusive. We did it last year for the first time. It was the most heartwarming, beautiful show you could ever see with artists that you don't normally see on our stage. And it was a beautiful, beautiful partnership we had with Center in the Square. And then our biggest piece is our festival, which runs every year in March, FemFolk Fest, which is in support of women and International Women's Month, but also all the allies that assist women as well in our world. That runs March 7th to March 14th. We have lots of things for that as well that I also can't announce at this point, but there will be a family show, comedy, music, dance, and a lot more. We're super thrilled about this relationship.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, there you have it. This is our programming team, and I want to thank them for taking the time to present all the programs we have. Thank you, Miles, Rochelle, Cadence, and Lisa. And so we're pretty much at the conclusion of our event today. What I'd like to say now is, number one, I think there's more food. Is there more food, Neil? Awesome. Thank you to Borealis. Let's give them a round of applause. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming today. We appreciate it. Have a great season. Looking forward to see you at the theater.